Good day friends. In the previous video we have seen the income slab as per the age. Two tables are seen on page number 108. First table, if the age of the person is below 60, then what will be the percentage of income and how much amount is free of tax. If the age is below 60, either male or female or transgender, up to 2,50,000. 2,50,000 means 2.5 lakh rupees, no tax. No tax will be paid by the person. Above 2,50,000 the tax will start. Above 2,50,000 till 5 lakh rupees it is 5% tax. Above 5 lakh till 10 lakh rupees it is 20%, and more than 10 lakh rupees it is 30%. On the income tax payable, there will be 2% education tax and 1% secondary and higher secondary education tax is payable by the person. Education tax is of two types. Secondary education is 2% and secondary and higher secondary education is 1%. This is payable on the taxable amount. This is payable on the this is payable on the income tax, not on the taxable amount. The first 5%, 20%, 30% will be on the taxable amount, but the education fees and higher education fees will be only on the tax amount. Now, if the age is in between 60 to 80 years, that is senior citizen, then till 3 lakh rupees, from 1 rupees till 3 lakh rupees, no tax. Above 3 lakh rupees, the tax starts 3 to 5, 5%. 5 to 10, 20% as the previous slab, and then about 10 lakh rupees it is 30%. Here also 2% secondary education and 1% secondary and higher education. This will be payable on the tax amount, on the income tax, not on the taxable amount. Okay. Now the next slab, if the person's age is above 80 years, means super senior citizen. 60 to 80 is senior citizen. If the age is above 80 years, maybe male, female or transgender, then here up to 5 lakh rupees no tax is payable. 1 rupees till 5 lakh rupees no tax. Above 5 lakh rupees 20%, till 10 lakh rupees 5 to 10 20, and above 10 lakh it is 30%. So this is overall the basic slab. 2.5 lakh rupees, the person whose age is till 60 years age, till 2.5 lakh rupees no tax. If the age is between 60 to 80, till 3 lakh rupees no tax. If the age is above 80 years age, that is super senior citizen, then till 5 lakh rupees there is no tax. Then above 5 lakh rupees 20%, 30% as per the table on the page number 102 and page number 103. So 5, 20, 30. 5%, 20%, 30%, 2% education and 1% higher education. So this is the basic slab. Let us continue with few sums. Out of that, as we discussed, there are few investments which are under 80C rule, 8080 and C. This is the code of that rule. When the rule is formed, the particular code is given in the rule sanction book. So that is the code of that rule, where some investments of the people will be free of tax. It will be deducted minus from the total annual income, and then from the remaining the tax will be calculated, and that is up to 1,50,000 rupees. How much amount is allowed to deduct? Till 1,50,000 rupees, not more than 1,50,000 rupees. Based on this, let us see few sums, few examples which are again related to our day-to-day life. May your parents are paying the tax, your relatives are paying the tax, your brothers sisters may be paying the tax. In future you are also going to pay the tax, so overall calculation will be same. Again I want to remind you, whatever details are mentioned in the textbook, in your syllabus, it is as per the year of the printing. When the book was printed, at that time whatever percentages were available, it is same mentioned in the book. Maybe at present the situation will be little different, but the basic calculations or the calculation of the tax, the method is same. So you will get the overall idea. Let us continue with one solve sum which is on page number 104. On page number 104, first solve sum. What is mentioned in this question? Mr. Matre is 50 years old. See, age is very important factor in this, because as per the age, it will be till 2.5 lakh is free, or till 3 lakh is free, or till 5 lakh is free. So that is the first important part. Mr. Matre is 50 years old. His gross total income is rupees 12 lakh. Gross total means overall full family. He has invested in the following amounts in different schemes: insurance premium 90,000, investment in provident fund 25,000, investment in PPF 15,000, and national saving certificate 20,000. Question is, find out the permissible deductions, taxable income, and the income tax payable. Permissible deductions means how much amount will be deducted from the total gross income. Then taxable income to get it, and after that how much exact income tax is payable. The first important part is person is of age 50 years. So as 50 years, table number 1. Below 60 years age, till 2.5 lakh rupees, no taxes. So first of all, we have to find out the deduction from his gross annual income. So what is the gross annual income? We'll mention it here. Question on page number 104. It is solve sum number 1. For Mr. Matre, the total yearly income is rupees 12 lakh as per given information. Now we will find out the deduction amount. How much will be the deduction amount for Mr. Matre? His investment, it is given here. He has invested in the following amount. So we will find out investment amount. First investment is insurance of 90,000 rupees. So rupees 90,000 is investment. Second investment is in provident fund 25,000. Next is 15,000. It is in PPF. And the next one is national saving certificate, that is of 20,000. So we will get the total amount invested by him. So here the 3 zeros are as it is, as no any numeric, no any other term other than 0. 5 plus 5, 10, carry 1, 2 plus 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 plus 6, 15. So it shows 1,50,000 rupees is his total investment. And as the rule 80 says, up to 1,50,000 rupees the investment is allowed, which can be deducted from the annual income. So here the amount which will be considered for the income tax, we can name it as taxable income. Taxable income is equal to 1 minus 2. 1 is nothing but the total income of Mr. Matre, and second is nothing but the total deduction. If this amount goes more than 1,50,000, suppose if this is 30,000, for example, if this amount would have been 30,000, then it would have come here 1,60,000. So up to 1,60,000 free is not possible. Till 1,50,000 is only allowed. So if it is 1,60,000, then we have to consider only 1,50,000 as the deduction. Remaining amount extra 60,000, extra 10,000 will not be considered for the deduction. So here the taxable income is 12 lakh minus 1,50,000 rupees, and the difference what we will get is nothing but the taxable income, taxable amount. So these 3 zeros as it is, again this 0 as it is. 10 minus 5 will be 5, carry 1, 1 minus 1 0, and this one. So it gives 1 lakh 10 lakh 50,000 rupees. So taxable amount is here 10 lakh 50,000 rupees. Question is, find out the permissible deductions. Permissible deductions means allowed deductions. So permissible deductions 1,50,000 rupees. First answer. Second is taxable income. Taxable income is 10,50,000 rupees. Second answer. So I will box it. This will be our first answer. taxable income. This will be our second answer. Now the third one is we have to find out and the income tax payable. So we'll find out the income tax payable. Tax payable is equal to, this person is below 50 years age. So as he is below 50 years age and the taxable amount is coming here 10,50,000. It is 10,50,000. We have seen the table till 2.5 no tax. From 2.5 to 5,000 5 lakh 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh 20%, and above 10 lakh it is 30% as per the table first, which is seen in the yesterday's video, which is on page number 102. On page number 102, this table till 2.5 lakh no tax is payable. From 2.5 lakh till 5 lakh 5%. From 5 lakh till 10 lakh 20%, and from 10 lakh onwards it will be 30%. This amount is more than 10 lakh rupees. This amount is more than 10 lakh rupees, means the tax rate of tax will be 30%. Now as the slab calculation is already given in this table, if the amount is more than 10 lakh, then till first 10 lakh rupees, till first 10 lakh rupees, what is given here, till first 10 lakh rupees, you can come to this. See, till first 10 lakh rupees, amount is already calculated in the table, 1,12,500. 1,12,500 will be applicable for first 10 lakh rupees, and about 10 lakh rupees whatever amount will come, for that 30%. So 30% of that amount will be added in 1,12,500. So not necessary to calculate on this first 10 lakh rupees. It is already known to us. For first 10 lakh rupees, the amount comes 1,12,500 rupees. Let us continue with that. So taxable amount is here 10,50,000 rupees. For we will make it two parts. First part, again we'll make it two parts of this. For first 10 lakh, for first 10 lakh, how much is the taxable amount? How much is the tax? 1,12,500 rupees. Or instead of labeling it as 1, for first 10 lakh rupees, 1,12,500 rupees will be tax paid. We will label it as third one. See, this was first, this was second, this is third, so label it as fourth. This is point number 4. For first 10 lakh rupees, this amount is 10,50,000. So for first 10 lakh rupees, 1,12,500 will be payable. Remaining amount is how much? From 10,50,000, 10 lakh is gone, the remaining is 50,000. So on that remaining 50,000 with 30%, because taxable income is above 10 lakh. If the taxable income is above 10 lakh, the percentage rate is 30%. So second will be on remaining amount. On remaining amount 30%. Which is the remaining amount? 50,000. 50,000's 30%. 30% means out of 100. So zeros will get cancelled. 5 3s are 15, and these 3 zeros, this amount comes 15,000. Point number 5. So what is total tax to be paid by Mr. Mhatre? 1,12,500 plus 15,000. So total tax payable, tax amount or tax payable amount is equal to 4 plus 5. Amount 4 plus amount 5. Amount 4 is 1,12,500 plus amount 5 is 15,000. Total is here, these 3 zeros as it is, sorry, 2 zeros as it is, then 5, then 5 plus 2 7, 1 plus 1 2, and then 1. 1,27,500 rupees will be the total tax payable. First answer is how much will be the deduction amount, which is not necessary to pay as a tax. That is here 1,50,000 exact. Then if we'll subtract that, what is the taxable amount? On which amount tax will be paid? 10,50,000. Second answer of this question. Third, how much is the tax payable? Now here This we got the tax payable on this amount, plus now education and higher education amount is also there, education and higher education fees is also there, that should be added in this. Then we will get the overall tax payable by Mr. Mhatre. So here we will find out education fees or education tax is equal to how much? 2%. 2% of the tax amount. This is the income tax. 2% of this. So 2% of 1,27,500. How to calculate 2% of that? Zeros will get cancelled. 2 5s are 10, carry 1, 2 7s are 14, plus 1 15, carry 1, 2 2s are 4, plus 1 5, 2 1s are 2. Point number 6 is this. This is point number 7, which shows education tax. Now higher education tax or higher education fees is equal to 1% of the income tax payable. This is income tax payable, 1% of that. This is calculated 2%, so half of that can be also considered, or again we have to calculate 1% of this amount. So 1,27,500, 1% of that means 1 upon 100. 2 zeros get cancelled, it remains 1275 rupees. This is number 8. See, once again we'll go through it. Mr. Mhatre, his annual income is 12 lakh rupees. Some amount he is investing, which can be considered, which can be deducted from the total income, that is 90,000, 25,000, 15,000, 20,000. This amount comes 1,50,000 rupees as per ATC rule, 8080 and C. So 1,50,000 will be deducted from his income, then we will get the taxable amount. So 12 lakh minus 1,50,000, remaining amount is 10,50,000. So for Mr. Mhatre, he will pay the tax on 10,50,000 rupees. Now, as his taxable amount is more than 10 lakh rupees, we know for first 10 lakh rupees how much the tax will be paid by him with 20%, 5% and 2.5 slot, because his age is below 60. So here for first 10 lakh rupees he will be paying 1,12,500 rupees. Remaining is 50,000. On remaining 50,000 he will pay with 30%, because the amount is more than 10 lakh. So 30% of 50,000, it gives 15,000. Total tax pay by him is 1,12,500 plus 15,000. Tax payable by him is 1,27,500. This is on the extra income. Now there is higher education fees and uh, education fees of 2% and 1% on the income tax amount. This is the income tax amount. On that, 2% is education tax and 1% is higher education tax. So how much will be the total income tax paid by him? Income tax amount plus the education fees plus higher education fees will be the total income tax payable by Mr. Mhatre. So final income tax payable or final amount payable as a tax by Mr. Mhatre is equal to addition of three amounts 1, 2, 3. This is 1,27,500 plus second amount is 2,550 plus third amount is 1,275. That is 1,275. Double of that is 2,550, because this is 2% and this is 1%. So we will get here final amount. So I will do the addition here. 1,27,500, in that 2,550 and then 1,275. Final amount will be 5. Carry 1, 5 plus 5, 10 plus 2, 12 plus 1, 13. Carry 1, 7 plus 3, 10 plus 1, 11. Carry 1, 2 plus 1, 3. It gives 1,31,325 rupees will be the total income tax, adding the education fees payable by Mr. Mhatre. This is solve sum number 1, which is on page number 104. I hope you people understood it, and we'll continue with the second solve sum, which is on the next page, page number 105. So when solving this, we need to know what is the age of the person, because we have three slots: above 50, below 60, then 60 to 80, and above 80. If the person's age is below 60, or if above 60 till 80, that is senior citizen, and if super senior citizen, then above 80 years age. If below 60 years age, then 2.5 is free. If between 60 to 80, till 3 lakh is free, and above 80 till 5 lakh it is free. Based on remaining amount, 5%, 20%, 30% plus 2% education fees and 1% higher education fees. Let us continue with solve sum number 2. Page number next 105. The question is, Mr. Ahmad, a 62-year-old senior citizen, age is in between 60 to 80, the second lot, till 3 lakh, no tax. 62-year-old senior citizen is employed in a private company, because till 60 years age, 58 or 60, as per the government rule, retirement age is there. But in private, it is okay if the person is capable to work based on his wish and the quality or the performance of the person, he can extend his job. His total annual income is rupees 6,20,000. He has contributed rupees 1 lakh to the public provident fund, paid a premium of 80,000 the for the year for health insurance, and a donation of rupees 10,000 to CM relief fund. What is tax payable by him? So as per that, first we will discuss the answer, and then again I will explain you on the board. Page number 105, question number 2, that is solve sum number 2. So here the age is 62, means he will come in the senior citizen lot. As the senior citizen, till 3 lakh rupees, no income tax. First of all, see what is his yearly income. His Mr. Ahmad's yearly income is given 6,20,000 rupees. Now the deduction amount is 1 lakh he invested in provident fund, 80,000 in insurance. So total of this both, 1 lakh and 80,000, total of this both comes 1 lakh 80,000 rupees. Section 80C permits a maximum deduction of 1 lakh 50,000 only. Section 80C means Rule 80C is the rule where the maximum deduction amount should be 1 lakh 50,000 rupees only, and here the amount comes 1 lakh 80,000. So 1 lakh 80,000 will not be deducted, only 1 lakh 50,000 can be deducted. Additional amount will not be considered. Amount given to CM's relief fund according to 80C is 10,000 rupees. This amount can be considered in 1 lakh 50,000 rupees, because you can come to the information page which was shown here. See, on page number 101, we studied this chart, which amount can be considered for deduction. On page number 101, and some rules are written here. So out of that, rule number 2, under section 80G of IT Act, donations to the Prime Minister Relief Fund, Chief Minister Relief Fund, and certain other donations recognized to institutions, organizations are exempt from taxation. So this is Prime Minister Relief Fund or Chief Minister Relief Fund, or if any donation is given to particular institute, that amount can be deducted from the income tax amount other than 1 lakh 50,000 rupees. That 1 lakh 50,000 rupees point is also there on page number 101, the last point. Generally, the maximum permissible deduction to various kinds of savings under section 80C is rupees 1 lakh 50,000. 1 lakh 80,000 is under rule 80C, and by the rule 80G, by the rule 8080G, G for gun, 8080G for gun, that rule says if Chief Minister Fund, Prime Minister Fund, or any donation is given to particular institutes which are working on people's welfare, society welfare, that amount can be direct considered or subtracted from the taxable amount. So come back to page number 105. Here his amount, it shows insurance, provident fund, this all investment is for himself or for his family. Okay, so for that the rule is of till 1,50,000. Here it is 1,80,000 rupees for himself or for his family. So out of 1,80,000 only 1,50,000 can be considered. Remaining the 10,000 which is shown, that is for social welfare. It is donated for chief minister or prime minister fund. So here it is for chief minister fund, CM fund. So that can be deducted because it is for society welfare, not for self welfare. So taxable income is here 6,20,000 minus 1,50,000 is the deduction for him or his family, plus additional 10,000 rupees for society welfare. So total deduction will be 1,60,000 rupees. So 1,60,000 is deducted from 6,20,000. The remaining amount is 4,60,000. So here the taxable income of Mr. Ahmad is 4,60,000 rupees. Now 4,60,000 comes in which slot? It comes, he is senior citizen, so till 3 lakh rupees no tax. From 3 to 5, from 3 to 5 percentage is 10%, I guess. That is chart number 2, table number 2 on 108. Till from 3 lakh to 5 lakh it is 5%, and above 5 lakh it is 20%. Now here the taxable amount is 4,60,000 rupees. So as per that, from table 2 we can see that till 3 lakh, from 3 lakh till 5 lakh, the percentage is of 5% for senior citizen. So taxable income minus 3 lakh, first 3 lakh is no cost of no tax on first 3 lakh rupees. So 4,60,000 is the taxable amount. From that first 3 lakh will be deducted because till 3 lakh it is allowed for senior citizens. So 4,60,000 minus 3 lakh, it remains 1,60,000. So on 1,60,000 only 5% he need to pay. 5% of 1,60,000 comes 8,000 rupees. So the tax, income tax is 8,000. So Mr. Ahmad will be paying 2% education fees on 80,000 and 1% higher education fees on 8,000. Sorry, not 80,000, 8,000. So education fees 2% of 8,000, that is 160 rupees, and half of 160 is 80 rupees, that is 1% of 8,000 as a higher education fees. Total income tax payable by him is 8,000 plus education tax 160 plus higher education tax 80. Total tax payable by Mr. Ahmad is 8,240 rupees. This is the solution for question number 2, which is on page number 105 for Mr. Ahmad. So just I will go through it again so you will understand it better. The amount full of the year, the income of Mr. Ahmad is 6,20,000 rupees. How much will be the deduction for himself, provident fund and insurance? That is 1 lakh for provident fund and 80,000 for insurance. It gives 1,80,000 rupees. But full 1,80,000 cannot be deducted because the rule is there, maximum till 1,50,000 can be deducted from the total income. So this additional investment will not be considered. So 1,50,000 is deducted from that. So remaining amount is here 4,70,000. Now out of this 4,70,000, he invested 10,000. He donated 10,000 in Chief Minister Relief Fund. If the amount is donated for society welfare like Chief Minister Fund, Prime Minister Fund, or any other institute which is working on society welfare, that amount is directly deducted. So that amount is here 10,000 rupees, which he has given to the Chief Minister Fund. So taxable income is here 4,60,000. And as his age is given 62 years, it comes under 60 to 80 years age. So he is senior citizen. For the senior citizen, first 3 lakh rupees no tax, so that 3 lakh rupees will be deducted from this. For senior citizen, no lakh till 3 lakh, remaining amount is 1,60,000. So Mr. Ahmad will be paying on 1,60,000 by 5% first lot, because after 3 lakh till 5 lakh it is 5%. So above 3 lakh amount is 4,60,000, till 5 lakh the rate of percentage is 5%. So 5% of 1,60,000, it comes 8,000 rupees. Then on 8,000 rupees, 2% is education fees and 1% is higher education fees. That amount is calculated with 160 rupees and 80 rupees. So final tax payable by him is 2840 rupees. So Mr. Ahmad will be paying 2840 as the total income tax as per the information provided in the question. I hope you understood today's two questions which were based on the tax and the deduction and the information provided in the syllabus for us. We'll stop it here for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.